So here's my ranking of every Marvel movie post-Endgame, including Brave New World. Starting off with my least favorite movie, number 13, Eternals, which this movie is a disaster. The story is bad, there's way too many characters, and it's all over the place. It's honestly such a mess it should be featured in one of those Marvel Tide commercials. At 12, I'm putting The Marvels, which the chemistry between the three main characters is good, but other than that, everything about this movie is forgettable. At 11, I have Multiverse of Madness, which I really wanted to like this movie, but between the messy multiverse story, the horror elements, and Wanda being the villain, just nothing really works about it for me. At 10, I have Quantumania, which all of the characters, including Kang, were really good, but everything else feels like a mess. It feels like they took ideas from 20 different movies and just shoved them together into one. At 9 is Thor Love and Thunder, which yes, I know I'm higher on than a lot of people because the jokes are bad, the CGI is bad, but I felt the story was pretty decent, and Gore when on screen was really good, and I just thought it had some fun moments to it. 8 is Black Widow, which is fine, but being after Endgame, it just feels like too little too late, and its only purpose was to introduce Yelena. At 7 is Brave New World, which I think is way overhated. It's not perfect, but it's not bad at all. Sam as Cap is really good, Thaddeus Ross is really good, and Joaquin is really good. I just felt the story was pretty unoriginal at times, but still pretty fun. At number 6 is Wakanda Forever, which I really like, and it has an amazing tribute to Chadwick Boseman. The characters are great, the story is great, and the set pieces are great, but when I compare it to the original and some of these other movies, I just like them a little better. With number 5 being a good example of this being Far From Home, which isn't technically a better movie, but I just think it's a lot of fun with the European backdrop, Peter trying to get over his grief over Tony, all while dealing with a disgruntled Stark employee in Mysterio. At 4 is Shang-Chi, which is by far the best new addition to the MCU, and it's a genuine crime that they haven't done more with the 10 Rings since this movie. I also love that it's focused on the fact that it's a conflict between a father and a son, and Simu Liu as Shang-Chi is phenomenal. At number 3 is Deadpool and Wolverine, which I'm not gonna lie, the storyline is a little messy, but it's probably one of the most fun experiences we've had with Marvel in a really long time, because come on, it's Deadpool and Wolverine finally sharing the screen. This movie had everyone in a chokehold for literal months, and it might still have us in one. At number 2 is Guardians 3, finishing out the best MCU trilogy by far, and might be the best overall movie we've gotten since Endgame in terms of characters, stories, and set pieces, etc. The only reason it's not number 1 for me is because it's way too depressing to continuously rewatch. Which is why at number 1 I obviously have Spider-Man No Way Home, which is just an absolute blast. Everything about this movie is good, but just to see all of those Spider-Man characters, villains, and heroes interact in one movie is just absolute perfection, and I don't think anything's going to top this for a long time.